This is Dr. S.P. Vijayaraghavan. Good evening. Dr. S.P. Vijayaraghavan, Associate Professor, Department of Electrical and Electronics, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. Today we can see that subject is analog electronic circuits. The topic is diode circuits. First, we should know about what is diode circuit. This is the PN junction diode. What are the contents? What are the topics we should cover? And based on that PN junction, what are the characteristics, IV characteristics of diode, and a review of half wave and full wave rectifiers, and Zener diode, and clamping and clipping circuits. These are the topic we plan to discuss in this section. First, we should know about what is PN junction diode. This is the basic definition about the PN junction. This is a semiconductor device with the two terminal. This is the typically allowing the following flow of current in one direction only. And a diode is a specialized electronic components with the two electrodes called as anode and the cathode. That is made with the semiconductor material such as silicon, germanium, or and selenium. This selenium is the semiconductor materials. This fundamental properties of an diode is it the tendency to conduct the electric circuit in one electric direction in only in one direction. In this diode is an electronic device that allow the current to flow in one direction only. It is the semiconductor that consists of PN junction that are used most commonly to convert the AC to DC. Just to see the diagram of PN junction. P-type and N-type materials. In that left hand side, that is a P-type. This is a two-terminal device. P-type material is there and N-type material is there. P-type means that is anode, and right hand side N-type is a cathode. This is a symbolic symbol of PN junction. This is integrated circuit diode. This is the based on materials. What are the materials means that is a metal, silicon diode, and this bottom one layer is that is doped silicon wafer. Wafer means that is a chip. This is the next diagram of dopant distribution inside a PN junction. What are the things happen? The excess of holes is diffused to the N-type region, and the P region, and P is greater than N, and N is greater than P. This is the following of P region to N region and N region to P region. From this N region, this is the excess of electron is diffused to the P-type region. This is the flow of that arrow marks is represented from left to right. That is holes is diffused to the N-type region. and in that right to left one arrow mark is that is excess of electrons diffused to the p-type region. Next, in this dopant distribution inside a p-n junction, in this p region and n region, the excess of holes is diffused to the n-type region, and that excess of electrons is diffused to the p-type region. Last diagram also we saw in that same diagram. Only one difference in this previous diagram and in this block, the collision will take place in this center of the region. The collision means the P and accept ions are exposed, and donor ions are exposed. Next, the voltage in this PN junction diode, that is PN and NP. One square, we can get the one square waveform in this x-axis and y-axis. What are the charges? That is P positive and negative. The square waveform, like that square waveform we can get. And the electric field, that is Ex, and voltage means Vx. E is in y-axis. And next, this is the zero based base of PN junction. The voltage plus 0.7 voltage for Si, that is silicon. On this, gradually it is increased from normal position to in that y-axis level. After that, it will be a gradual. It will go to graduate normal. So at this zero bias, very few electrons or holes can be overcome this built-in voltage barriers. Next one, there is two biases, that is forward bias and reverse bias. First, we will see that forward bias. In this forward bias also same, that block PN and NP. The voltage is in x-axis and the same as diode setup is in that form. Just you can see that diagram, that is in that normal position, that is a 0.0 volt, and after that it is increasing that 0.5 volt. After that it will be reached a 0.65 volt. This is the gradually increasing to the x-axis level. After that it will maintain that normal level. As the bias VD is increased towards the 0.7 volt, the more electrons and holes can be overcome in the built-in voltage barriers. Next, this is the reverse bias. In this reverse bias also, that same diagram, that based on this diagram, what are the things happen in this voltage Vx in this x and y axis, in the center 0.0 volt, and that in this level of a reverse bias minus 5 volt. As this bias, that VD is becomes a negative, this barrier becomes large. Only the electrons and holes, due to that broken bonds, this contribute to the diode current. Next, this is the breakdown region. This diagram represents that breakdown in this forward bias and reverse bias. What are the breakdowns where it is the breakdown will appear. That orange color some dot is there. These are the dotted places. The breakdown will occur. As this bias VD becomes very negative, this barrier becomes large. The few electrons and holes, due to the due to the broken bonds, are accelerated to the high energy, and the breakdown other bonds is generating more electrons and holes. This may we called as avalanche. Next one. Next topic is half-wave rectifier and full-wave rectifier. Rectifier means this is the two basic division. First, we will see that half-wave rectifier. The half-wave rectifier is a circuit which converts AC voltage to the DC voltage. This primary of this transformer is converted to the AC supply. This indicates an voltage across the secondary of the transformer. During the positive off cycle of an input voltage, the polarity of the voltage across the second forward bias of the diode. As a result of that, current IL is a flow through the load resistors. The load resistor we mean RL. In this load resistor, the forward bias diode is offer a very low resistance, and hence the voltage drop across it is a very small. So from this we will conclude, or we will find out thus the voltage is appear across the load in that particular, the same as the half-wave rectifier. During this negative off cycle of the input voltage, the polarity of the secondary voltage get reversed. As a result, the diode is in reverse bias. So finally, no current flow through the circuit, or practically there is no current flow through the circuit. Almost no voltage is developed across the resistor. All the input voltages appear across the diode itself. Hence, we can conclude when the input voltage is going through its positive off cycle, the output voltage is almost the same as the input voltage. And during the negative off cycle, no voltage is availed across the load. This expands the unidirectional pulsation of the DC waveform. In this waveform obtained as the output, the processing is removing one half of the input signal and established during the DC level. Just to see that the waveform, that is output waveform. And next one, that is a full wave rectifier. This full wave rectifier is a circuit which convert as AC voltage into pulsing DC voltage using the both off cycle of the applied AC voltage. It is used to two diode, to which one is conducted during the one off cycle, which the other conducting of the applied AC voltage. This is the full wave rectifier circuit. This is the full wave rectifier circuit. Just we should apply that supply. The line 1 and line 2 is there. Diode D1 and D2, that is diode 1 and diode 2 is connected. Finally, we can get that output in that output form. This is the output waveform without filter. In that output waveform, we can get that in x-axis the voltage and timer, x and y axis. And next, this is the full wave rectification circuit with the central tapped transformer. In the center tapped transformer, the positive cycle and negative cycle. Positive cycle is D2 off and D1 is conduct, and negative cycle D1 off and D2 is conducted. In this center circuit with the center tapped transformer, there is see that transformer V1. In the circuit, in this coil, the center of position we can connecting, and we can get that output from that circuit, that is center tapped. From that full circuit, in that middle D1 D and D1 diode 1 and diode 2 is connected. From that center position, we can get that output. This rectified output voltage occur during both the positive and the negative cycle of the input signal. In this circuit is called full wave rectifier. Also notice that is a polarity of the output voltage for the both cycle is the same. This is the gain. Peak voltage of the V0 is lower since the V0 is equal to Vs minus Vr. Next is a full wave rectifier, that is a bridge rectifier. This full wave rectifier also the positive cycle and the negative cycle. In this positive cycle, D1 and D2 is connected, D3 and D4 is off. In this negative cycle, D3 and D4 is connected, D1 and D2 is off. Just to see that diagram. The diagram will represent that flow of electrons and flow of voltage across this circuit, from which diode D1 to D2, first D3, D1 to resistance, and from that resistance to that it will go to the D3, and D3, D2 from that it will goes to that connections. The diagram will represent the clear structures. Also notice that the polarity of the output voltage of both cycle is same. Next, in this full wave center tapped rectifier circuit is, we can see that diagram. Assume that the each diode is the cut-in voltage. The diode is a forward resistance. The load resistance also determined. In this full wave central tap, the peak output voltage V0 across the load, or the sketch of output voltage V0 and is labeled in that peak value. This is totally based on that sine wave. Next, from that we can get that solution, the peak voltage V0, peak output voltage V0, so that 125 divided by 25 is equal to 5 volt. So that maximum we are using this rectifier, and in the circuit we are using only 5 volt. This duty cycle is based on that fraction of the wave cycle over which the diode is conducting. This is the example of half wave rectifier. To determine the circuit of voltage of the half wave rectifier circuits and consider the half wave rectifier circuit, that both the circuit is you can be able to see that diagram. From that solution, the peak diode current, the Vs peak minus VR minus VB divided by R. From that we can get the result, that is 100 milliamps. The maximum reverse bias diode voltage VR plus V0 plus 18.6 equal to 0. Next, this is the diode conducting in that starting of the phase angle of the wave. And the diode conducting in that stop of the phase angle of the waves, and percentage of conducting the diode with the repeat of the full cycle of the waves. Next, the peak inverter voltage that we say as PIV of the diode is that peak value of the voltage that a diode can be withstand when it is reverse bias. So the type of rectifier that is half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, center tapped and full wave bridge rectifier. The PIV, that is peak value of the input second voltage, that we say as Vs peak. So from that full wave rectifier, that means half wave means Vs peak and full wave means 2 Vs peak. And that next, this is the example for half wave rectifier, the problem. In this problem, calculate the transformer fund of radio of PIV voltage for the each type of the full wave rectifier, that is center tapped and bridge. In this we can get the center tapped transformer circuit, that is a peak voltage of the transformer in this secondary of the required. Next. Next topic is, that is a Zener diode. This is the symbol for the Zener diode. This is also two terminal device. In this, anode and cathode. The Zener diode is a type of diode that permits the current not only in that forward direction like a normal diode, but also in this reverse direction. If the voltage is large, then the breakdown voltage is known as Zener knee voltage or Zener voltage. The Zener voltage, a previous slide. The Zener diode is a type of a device that permits the current not only in that forward bias like a normal, it is a normal diode. Next slide. The Zener diode has a voltage regulator, that is a reverse bias. In this reverse bias, the variable supply, that VSS, and resistor. In this circuit, the Zener diode is connected. This is a simple regulator circuit to provide a nearly constant output voltage from the various supply voltage. Next topic is clipper and clamper. The clipper and clamper, we will discuss in that next section. From that, half wave rectifier, full wave rectifier, and PN junction diode and Zener diode. All these topics we are covered in this section. So from this, I will conclude this section. Next section, we will see the clippers and clampers. Thank you.